I was lucky enough to see the show at a drop of a hat. It was a hit show in London for many years, and I saw it sometime in the late 1950s. Donald Swann was a serious musician and composer who wrote church music, children's songs, and operas. Michael Flanders was a successful young actor who contracted polio while serving in the Royal Navy during the war in 1943, and he was forced to rely on a wheelchair for the rest of his life. They in fact went to school together, and they went to Oxford together, and then by chance they met later and got together and started to cooperate, and they wrote songs. They wrote songs about unusual subjects, like the song about the hippopotamus and the warthog. Hippopotamus has the chorus of "Mud, mud, glorious mud, nothing quite like it for cooling the blood. So follow me, follow, down to the hollow, and there we can wallow in glorious mud." Anyway, Flanders had a French horn and it was stolen. So he modified an old saying that it's an ill wind that blows nobody any good to it's an ill wind that nobody blows good, talking about a French horn. And he set the words to the music of a Mozart horn concerto, and it went something like this. I once had a whim and I had to obey it to buy a French horn in a second-hand shop. I polished it up and I started to play it in spite of the neighbours who begged me to stop. Okay, Flanders does it better than that. Anyway, we featured another of their songs in our concert in 1985. This one tells the story of an encounter between a sweet young maiden and a somewhat older gentleman who has a fondness for the fortified Portuguese wine that comes from Madeira and a fondness for younger ladies. Here's Have Some Madeira, Madeira, sung by medical student Greg McLean in 1985.
She was young, she was pure, she was new, she was nice, she was fair, she was sweet 17. He was old, he was vile, and no stranger to vice. He was base, he was bad, he was mean. He had slyly inveigled her up to his flat to see his collection of stamps. And he said as he hastened to put out the cat, the wine, his cigar, and the lamp, have some Madeira, Madeira. You really have nothing to fear. I'm not trying to tempt you, it wouldn't be right. You shouldn't drink spirits at this time of night. Have some Madeira, Madeira. It's very much nicer than beer. I don't care for sherry, one cannot drink stout, and port is a wine I can well do without. It's simply a case of watch out for the gout. Have some Madeira, Madeira. Snake in the grass, of the fate of the maiden who topes. She lowered her standards by raising her glass, her courage, her eyes, and his hopes. She sipped it, she drank it, she drained it, she did. He quietly refilled it again. And he said as he secretly carved one more notch on the butt of a small cask of it here. And once it's been opened, you know it won't keep. To finish it up, it will help you to sleep. Have some Madeira, Madeira. It's really an excellent year. Now if it were gin, you'd be wrong to say yes. The evil gin can be hard to assess. Besides, it's inclined to affect me prowess. Have some Madeira, Madeira. Then there flashed through her mind what her mother had said, with her anti-penultimate breath. Oh, my child, should you look on the wine when it's red, be prepared for a fate worse than death. She let go her glass with a shrill little cry. Crash, tinkle, it fell to the floor. When he asked what in heaven, she made no reply. Up her mind and a dash for the door. Have some Madeira, Madeira, rang out down the hall loud and clear. A tremulous cry that was filled with despair as she paused to take breath in the cool midnight air. Have some Madeira, Madeira. The voice seemed to ring in her ear. Until the next morning she woke up in bed with a smile on her face and an ache in her head and a beard in her ear hole that tickled and said, have some Madeira, Madeira.
You'll be interested to know that Greg McLean is now a neurologist and director of New Brunswick's multiple sclerosis clinic in St. John.